Hi, I'm Rob from Kimpex, joined here today by Zoe from Leatt. Zoe, thank you for joining us here today. Do appreciate you coming all the way from BC.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So today we're here to talk about the 2024 adventure lineup from Leatt. This is something that is all new for 2024, but tell me about it. I'm an adventure guy, so I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah, we're so excited to be more in this space. We are quite known in the space already of the adventure world because a lot of adventure riders do wear our neck brace already. Also, we have an enduro lineup on the off-road side that can be used in adventure. It's just a much lighter style of jacket, pant, that kind of thing. But we definitely wanted to have proper adventure jackets with armor built in and waterproofing and all of the features that you really need when you're adventure riding.
Sure, abrasion resistance, the works, right?
Exactly.
So tell me, which is, there's three, as I understand it, there's three jackets in the lineup.
Correct, yes. So they're all 7.5 jackets because they're all very high end. We decided we did not want to cut any corners on the adventure line because the typical adventure rider will be on their bikes for hours and hours, if not weeks upon weeks at times, obviously with some breaks, hopefully. Need to get gas at times, right? So, but so they're all 7.5, but then there are different features to each model. So like you say, there are 3 models, and then with those jackets come pants to match as well.
So as I understand it, the company is putting all their technology in making the safest, most high-end product possible, which is what they will be launching, as you see here, in 2024, correct?
Correct, yes.
So why don't we first talk about this jacket here, which is the 7.5 multi-tour, as it says on it?
Yes, so the multi-tour, as the name kind of alludes to, is for the rider that wants a little bit of everything and does a bit of everything. So it's really what we call a 6-in-1, but I think what would be more understandable is it's a 3-in-1 jacket. So the outer shell is water resistant. It's got a DWR coating, of course, and then we have liners on the inside. You have your waterproof liner on the inside, which is this the black shell on the inside. If you want to pull back the zipper a little bit, so it's this one here. That is our hydro-dry membrane. So we have different levels of waterproof membranes, and what's great about the hydro-dry is it's a brand of membrane that we own. It's our technology, so we're in control of how it functions from beginning to end. It is our hydro-dry max, which is our highest end of waterproof breathability in a membrane, and that one's 30,000 over 30,000 waterproof breathable.
I don't know exactly what that stands for, but it sounds like it's a lot.
Yeah. Yes, it's up there. So it's hard to make something that is waterproof, breathe as well. So it's a balance between the two, and super important when you're on the bike for a long time because you're going to go through different weather systems.
There's really nothing worse than thinking your jacket's waterproof and finding out quickly that unfortunately it's not. It starts raining on you and you're wet for days and whatnot.
Sounds like you have some experience with
a little bit, a little bit. It's getting better with time. The better products, less rain.
And we know more now too.
Exactly. So armor-wise, when you buy this jacket, does it already have the armor in it? Or do you have to buy, like when I bought my last jacket, I had to buy my back protector separate from the jacket, which is strange to me.
Yeah, so of course, us being Leatt and protection being the #1 priority in all of our lines, we wanted to make sure that all the protection comes with the jacket when you buy it. So you get your shoulders, your elbows, you get your back protector, which is this one right here, and you also get a chest protection, actually 2 pieces of chest. So this is your chest protector for one side, and then it would be mirrored on the other side this way. They are all removable, of course, so you can choose if you say you're not interested in having one of them, you can remove them, but of course we don't recommend it.
Chest protection is something I've personally never had in any of my jackets, so that would be new to me. But I did try the jacket on and it didn't feel over cumbersome. I was tapping to see where the armor was because it wasn't like I felt it would be in the way. So it felt very comfortable.
Well, we've come a really long way with our padding itself. You know, it used to be, especially in the foam, it used to be a lot heavier and a lot bulkier and less breathable. But now we're able to make that super breathable. You can see all the holes. This is your chest protector itself. So
Sure,
tons
yeah.
of holes. It's very ergonomic and is extremely light.
And very flexible.
But then on impact, it goes hard. So you actually get a lot of protection.
So this would be the all-around jacket that you'd use in different conditions, cold conditions, warmer conditions. And how does this jacket here differ from...
Well, so just to finish on this one, because there are 3 layers. So we just got to the high to dry layer. Underneath that, we have a thermal layer as well in the jacket. It is completely removable. So we say it's a 6-way because you can actually put the thermal liner in the outer shell without the waterproof membrane, or just the waterproof membrane and not the liner, or all of them together, or none of them together. You know, so you can wear it in whatever combination you like.
That's actually unique because in my jacket, if I don't wear the water liner, I cannot wear the insulator liner.
Fit in. Okay.
So I can't switch them up. It's either all or...
Oh, yes.
And then I scale down. So this one, you have the variety.
Yeah, this has all the snaps are in the same places, so you can definitely make that work. The other really cool thing with the Hydro Dry Max liner, and this one, is it looks nice on its own. So you can wear it as a casual jacket. So quite often, if you're adventure riding, you might stop somewhere touristy, or you want to go take a picture of a view, or maybe you want to go stop and have a coffee somewhere. You know, you could take your main shell off, your jacket off with all the armor, and then still have a wind stopper / waterproof layer casually.
I think you think that more people would do that, because at the end of your day, you really do just want to take this jacket off and go for dinner or whatnot with a non-adventure jacket on. Absolutely. So I think it's a great idea, and one less thing to pack in your bag that you don't have to take with you. It's already set in the jacket itself.
Oh, exactly. And then the other thing that makes it so versatile is that we have some really great venting in the shell. So once you take that waterproof liner out, which is really what is going to stop most of the airflow, you know, if it's hot out, you can have that airflow hitting the liner. It's going to cool the liner down a bit, but you're not going to have that breeze going through. So if you take that liner out, you actually have these vents here that you can open these zippers. Actually, the other side is open. You can see that whole mesh panel there. That will be direct air venting when it's hot. And so we've got that idea throughout the jacket. So even on the sleeves, you've got a big zipper that opens up. And it will stay open because your arms are always bent a bit. So it'll actually keep that vent open. And then maybe if you can turn the jacket around, I'll show you the back. There's another big panel at the back as well. So it really essentially turns into a half mesh jacket.
Yeah, that's a massive, massive panel.
This is a sample, a pre-production sample. So there are going to be a few changes in production. Like back here, this panel will drop down like this, but there are magnets in the back to hold it. The sample doesn't actually have the magnets right now. But yeah, if you want to hang it like this with the back showing, I can just show the pockets. Features, so there's lots of pockets. Again, with adventure riding, we're always carrying things, picking up things that you want to bring with you. And, you know, you always need lots of storage. So there's lots of pockets on the front as usual. But what's nice is in the back here, just a little closer to you, we've got a big pocket back here. In the front, it's a ventilated pocket. So if you actually have a pair of gloves that are a bit wet and you want to dry them out, it would be a good place to put them. Or if you want to just keep them away from dry things. Because that second pocket behind is a waterproof pocket. So you've got 2 options in the back. And then you also have your hydration pocket there. So you could actually hang your own bladder in that pocket, or buy one, or we sell them separately as well if that's what you want to do. I'm just going to show you what that looks like here. Again, in production, this pocket zipper will be a little bit wider. But we have the bladder hanger here. Again, this is a bit too long. It will actually be here. But we already do this in our enduro jackets. So these straps they come over the shoulders and actually brace the weight of the bladder. So it acts a bit like a backpack, an internal backpack. Because otherwise, if you didn't, the weight of the bladder could actually pull the jacket back, and it would feel like you're getting strangled a little bit.
That's what I would have imagined it to do, yeah.
Yeah, and it works really well. So the weight is evenly distributed. So it's not an issue at all.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And then last but not least is the brace-on system. Of course, a lot of adventure riders are wearing our neck brace. And so the way to do that with our jackets is we've got these little elastics here. And those will actually pop over the neck brace to keep the neck brace in place so it doesn't bounce around or move around. And this is just one of the neck braces, just to give you an idea. So this little piece here, that's where you would put that elastic over and holds it down. And just while we're here, I just want to mention, we are making now going forward the 5.5 neck brace in a double XL. Just because in adventure, when you're wearing a jacket like this, it takes up a little bit more space. Sure. So you may want to go up a size. Even though the 5.5 is extremely adjustable size-wise, you may want a little bit more width-wise. So you have a few more size options there now.
So the jacket is made to accompany the neck brace from Leatt. So if you already have one or use one, this might be the only adventure jacket that I know of that is made to incorporate one.
That has the brace-on system, right. At least, yeah.
Brace-on system, excellent. So if we moved on from this one, how does this jacket differ? What does this jacket have?
Yeah, so this jacket over here is the Dry Tour jacket. I'm going to bring it into the middle here. So the biggest difference is it still has the Hydro-Dry Max membrane, but it's actually laminated. So it's actually built right into the shell. So you can't remove it on this one. What that results in is a little bit less bulk. It's a little bit easier to put on and take off. But it's also going to be a little bit warmer on the hotter days. Mm-hmm. So you have to decide, is that something that I want, or do I want something that does it all, or do I always want the waterproofing in there? And there is market for both. So it really is a personal preference.
I go both ways on that. It's hard to say. There are times when I think that I'd rather have it all as one because it moves around in my jacket, the layer that I have, the waterproof layer. But it's great that you guys actually offer both options. Mm-hmm. So this would be more compared to some of the companies that do that as well. Mm-hmm. Climb being one of them. That's how they do it. and yeah, riders are mixed. They're mixed between the styles that they want to ride with.
Yeah, you pay a little bit less again because it's almost like you're buying 2 jackets instead of 3 jackets, mm-hmm. Even though the layers are all there. And then your warm liner on this one is the one that you wear casually. So this one is not your waterproof layer, but it'll stop the wind a bit and gives you the insulation. So that will be your casual jacket. And then with this one, what's kind of cool, and actually the Multitour has it too, is there's some open little hand warmer pockets here that they're not to put stuff in. They're really literally just to warm your hands up if you're walking around without your gloves.
Interesting.
But then you have proper pockets above, of course. And this still has vents as well. So these open up like this, and then there's going to be a magnet in production that will hold it open like that. So you do have some venting that, like I said earlier, will cool that liner down and definitely help. It just won't be the direct airflow that you would get with the Multitour jacket.
I think the addition of the magnets would be very helpful as well, because I find that oftentimes when I try to open mine, I'm searching for the place to pop it on, and I don't always get it in time. So a magnet would be nice, because when you have gloves on, you can't feel things. That's the problem.
I was going to say, especially with gloves on,
you can't feel things.
It can be tricky.
Armor-wise, does this also come with the armor?
All of it.
All
shoulders, elbows, back, chest.
So everything. So that full safety is already rigged to go. And I understand that you have a third jacket as well that you offer.
We do have a third jacket, and that is called the Flow Tour jacket. We have the pants here right now to show you. If you want to bring those over a little bit. Thank you. So same idea on the jacket. It's just, of course, the outside is mesh. So the air is going to go straight through it. Which is what you want on really hot days, but you don't want to give up any safety. So again, they come with all the same armor as the other two. It does come with the waterproof membrane, again, the Hydro-Dry Max. Of course, this is the pants, so it's going to look a little bit different, but there's your Hydro-Dry Max membrane on the inside, which is totally removable for the hot days. On the jacket, what's really cool is that Hydro-Dry membrane can be worn over top of the mesh as well as inside the mesh.
Yeah, that's different.
The reason we do that, though, is you could be, riding along in your mesh on a hot summer day, and then it starts raining, and you'd have to stop, take your mesh off, put your liner in, but then your outer mesh is still going to get wet, and the water's going to go through it because it literally is holes. Mm-hmm. So then when you take that liner out, when it stops raining, now the jacket's wet on your skin. So it's much better to throw it over top.
It's much easier. That's how rain protection often
Keep
works.
it dry.
Yeah,
Exactly.
to keep it dry.
It's not so necessarily with the other two because, well, obviously the dry tour, it's already laminated, so it's not going to get wet through it at all.
Right.
And then the multi-tour is still water resistant on the outside, even without the membrane in it. So it's not, you're not at risk of having a wet outer shell in the same way that you would with a flow jacket. So, and to mention also, just to add, we do make pants to match each model with the same features. The only difference on the Flow Tour pants is the waterproof liner doesn't, you can't wear it over top on the pants, but you can on the jacket. Just another quick thing too, since we're the protection company, definitely we made sure we also had protection in the pants. So not just the knees, we're also doing hip protection in all of our pants. Again, totally removable if it's something you don't want, but please do stay safe out there.
Again, what's nice is that all this armor comes with all the jackets and the pants. It's not something that you have to think about buying afterwards. Right out of the box, you are safe and ready to go. Excellent.
Okay.
So there's a lot of options that Leatt will be introducing in the 2024 season into the adventure market, and we're excited to test these products out.
Yes.
Thank you for joining today, Zoe. Much appreciated. And we look forward to seeing these products on the market. And thank you for watching. Go to kimpex.com if you want more details on these products and check them out. Have a good day.
Thanks, Rob. And
Thank
stay
you.
safe, everyone.